Look, no intro for this video today. If my words are a lot slower, it's because I'm trying to process things I need to say. I've done the audio for this video over 30 times. This isn't one take gem today. This is somebody that is struggling to find a way to get their point across in a respectful manner. This is someone that's also struggling to put words together, period. I am struggling to make this video. I'm struggling to get this audio out because it's a topic that is very close to home, because I have suffered racism on multiple occasions, in and out of work. So has my mum, in and out of work. We are both victims of racial abuse. So this topic to me is very deep, it's very personal, and I just constantly sit there and ask the question as to why it's still going on in life and in sport. You know, I feel like you are mentally ill. I think it should be treated as a mental illness to dislike someone by the color of their skin. We have not done nothing to you. We don't harm you. We're not involved in anything. We're just trying to get by. We're just trying to live our lives. We're just trying to be accepted in life. And you feel it's necessary to dislike us by the color of our skin. You are mentally ill. You are clapped off. You are mentally unstable to dislike someone by the color of their skin. And it's really sad because racial abuse, racism, is something that has been passed down in generations and will continue to do so until children, this next generation, are educated properly and educated in multiple areas. At home, at school, at work, even in their academies. You know, footballers, academies can do a lot to really tune out this racial knowledge that kids get when they're at home. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's just been passed down. Racial abuse in football has been a thing since football's birth, which is not nice to say, but it's the truth. However, I feel like racial abuse in football is starting to become a lot more predominant in the last 3 to 4 years. And that's because it's getting consistent. And when something is consistent in life, you're allowing it to happen. The UEFA, the FA, FIFA, they are allowing this to happen because they're not doing enough. The punishments are not severe enough. They're not harsh enough, which means that fans, players, anyone who is a racist looks at the situation and says, I can get away with this. And until that changes, until the racists feel the punishment themselves, this is going to continue until God knows when. Yesterday, the match was under FIFA's guidance, but because of the severity of the situation, England can take their case to the UEFA, and the UEFA can actually step in and do something. They can actually make a statement, they can make a stand, they can do whatever they need to do to punish, I guess, Hungary. It's the Hungarian fans. So a discipline towards the club, or towards the national club, or national team, should I say, isn't going to do anything. A fine isn't going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's really not going to do it. Deducting points now in this World Cup qualifying table, that might do something. You know what I'm saying? Towards the fans. I know it's the minority of Hungarian fans as well, so I don't want to sound like I'm blaming the majority, because I know not all of you are racist out there. I've got an Hungarian friend and he's not a racist. I know that it's not all of you, it's the minority. But when it comes to something like this, it's very hard to pick out the minority. You know, you're in a stadium of 60 to 80,000 people. It's very hard to pick and find out who was doing what and who was saying it when and where. So it's like now the majority have to suffer. Meaning, if it were me, and this is just me, all my opinions and views are from me, I would say Hungarian fans can't watch their team play football in a stadium from 2021 to 2022 September. That's what I would do. Now, some of you are different. You wouldn't take that approach. You would try and eject the minority out of this situation. But I feel like that's very difficult to do. You know, on an international stage, I think that's very difficult to do. There are reports going around that the UEFA wanted this match to be played behind closed doors. Don't know what happened, don't know how true that is, but I feel like that should have been the case, because this is just ridiculous. You know, I want to say a massive salute to Raheem Sterling, because he stood in the storm and took it. He stood there and stood racism in the face and said, you know what? Do your worst, because I'm still standing here. I'm still going to be here. Shout out to Jack Grealish. Shout out to Declan Rice, because they took it back to the fans. They did what they needed to do to show the fans, like, listen, you can do all you want to do. we're winning, we're better than you, we're stronger than you, and we're united. You know, racism can't defeat us. So shout out to the England national team, shout out to the staff, the players, but most importantly, shout out to Raheem Sterling and Jude Bellingham, who were like the major victims of racial abuse yesterday. Honestly, I just feel like racial abuse is just going to continue in life and in football until more severe punishments are taken. I think in real life, prison sentences need to be a thing. And I think in football, just the punishments need to be a lot more severe. If you're going to fine a team, fine them 1 million, fine them 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. Not this 20, 30, 50k business. It don't work. If you're going to, I guess, take it to the fans, I'm sorry. Again, I know it's not the majority, but take all the fans out the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Club football, start the tucked in points and don't do no 5 or 6 points, 10, 15, 20 points. The racists, they need to feel the punishment. And that's what's happening right now in life and in football. No one is feeling the punishment. People are just getting away with it. More needs to be done. More needs to be done. I'm open to reading all your thoughts and opinions on this, so leave your comments in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys for another video. Hopefully it's a bit more lighthearted than this and we can get back to normal. But yeah, I've tried to do this so many times, couldn't get through it, managed to get through this one. So yeah, hopefully you if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. I'm still open to reading opinions and things like that in a bit.